I don't think we need to relive and go back and say the coach needs to play this video of the game and relive it. No, it's trash. They were trash, and you lose by 50. You don't need to relive what you did. You just need to move on, take the game a little bit more serious, and try to make a series out of it. I don't think they're going to be able to, but that's the Memphis Grizzlies. We want to move on from the Memphis Grizzlies, and we want to talk about the Indiana Pacers, right? Indiana Pacers, they played a great game of basketball. And you would think that playing the Milwaukee Bucks with Doc Rivers as the coach, he's had playoff experience, he's had championship caliber, he has won titles in Boston, but he's got, Giannis, and he's got Lillard, Lopez. He's got a team around him, but they didn't show up. And I don't know if Giannis is just one of those players that he's got tremendous physical attributes, but does he have the heart of a champion? Damian Lillard, another guy that's tremendous, scoring, defensive, but does he have championship pedigree in him? I don't know. All I can say is if they don't get their act together, they'll be exiting the playoffs in 3. Let's move on from them. See, we're going to rapid fire this thing today. Next, I would like to go to OKC. I mean, listen, OKC, man, they are just phenomenal. You saw what they did with Memphis. They're just phenomenal. I think it's hard to take away the talent level that's on that team. I just wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out because they're a young bunch of guys that are really showing what they're made of in this playoffs. And I just think that if we continue to watch and see them grow, they might bring a championship to Oklahoma. They just might bring a championship to Oklahoma. Let's move on. Let's look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wow. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat, that was a hell of a game. You have Mitchell, you have Jared Allen, you have Garland. On the other side, you have Herro, you have Bam. They have a squad over there, but Cleveland is a real up-and-coming team, and I would not be surprised if you'd see Cleveland and OKC in the finals, and I think that would be a hell of a match. Two young teams that are really, really talented, and I think it would just be a battle. But you cannot count out the Boston Celtics. I don't pick the Celtics to win the championship this year and do a repeat, but I think that they'll be there, at the very end. They'll be there competing with the Cavaliers till the end, because I think that it's really hard to repeat. And even though they took care of business as usual, it wasn't really a game. When you look at a team like the Celtics, what do? They go in there, they're a professional group of guys. They know what they need to do. They're not flashy, but they get the job done. They just get the job done, period. Orlando, guess what? You're just there to be a part of the series. You're not there because you're going to get a victory. You're just there to be a part of the series. So let's move on from that. I am going to say that the other teams that I thought this was the best game of the evening, and I thought it was the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. All I want to say is the Butler was serving Curry on the main dish, right?